In this video, I'm going to set about making these tokens for the first scenario of Rangers of Shadowdeep. So I'm going to make two types of clue tokens and these corpses. Okay, next we're going to work on some of these clue markers. I just knocked this up in Word, so that's just a picture that I got off Google. Obviously the Rangers of Shadowdeep art, and then just a question mark. I picked a font that I liked, did a couple of sort of text effects in Word, ended up with that. For this version, I'm going to use these. These were off eBay. They don't cost a lot of money, and I've used them for a few different projects. And they're just self-adhesive little sort of lenses. So I just get it over the picture. Stick it down. Now in hindsight I should have probably left a little bit more room between the pictures, because these don't peel up very well. If I peeled these up, it would pull away the paper. Okay, once you've got them all stuck down, I'm just going to take my knife, but you can do this with a pair of scissors, and I am just going to trim around the outsides. And then we have some quick and easy clue markers. But if I was going to do this again, I would slightly change the design.
Okay,
so
to make the corpses, most specifically the one of the fallen ranger, I have just Googled, found these images. I found the top images off a D&D website, and then the cobblestones, just in like a Google search. Got a couple of corpses here, and I am going to go with this bit of beer mat. Just don't need a lot of glue, just spin it out nice and thin. Get a bit over the top. So one. Two. And a spare one. And they're going to take a little time to dry. So another way I used to make tokens for stuff like this is using these wooden MDF bases. Once again, I've got some printing, it's the same design, just a little bit larger though to match these. We just get a bit of PVA, squirt a little bit in there. So I've made these a little bit bigger this time because I learnt from the previous tokens. So these are a little bit oversized. So make 6 of these just like that. You don't need a lot of glue on there, just a thin coat is enough to stick it onto the wood. I'm also going to make sure that the tops of them all, I've got a super thin layer of the glue as well, and that'll make for a nicer finish when it's all dry. Okay, and when we just set those aside to dry. It's going to take a couple of hours. In the meantime, our corpses have dried on here. So there's the one that may or may not have a magic sword. And that is as simple as just cutting them out of this beer mat.
So I made a heap of these for a scenario in Frostgrave originally, for when you needed to have corpses rather than having models. These are cheap and easy to produce. A good way to make these look a little bit smarter is to get a Sharpie or similar and just go around the outside and colour that in. That just gives it a bit more of a, it's still a beer mat on the back, but when it's on the table, you just end up with a slightly neater look. If you really wanted to, you can also, if you've got rough edges like this, from where it was cut with the scissors, you can also even file this cardboard to make it that little bit neater. If you file down from the top like that, it means you don't mess up the printed section. That's fine. And then you can go in the smooth surface and just coat all that in black. So this is the sort of tokens I make if I just need a single-use token for something. Just quickly whack up an image and just print it out and basically stick it on these beer mats. They look great on the tabletop. Okay, so the first sides have more or less dried. So I've flipped them over and I'm just going to cover each of the backs in glue. And all of these are lined up so they are facing the same direction. There we go. Now I'm just going to put the other sides on. And then I'm going to give each of these a coat of glue on the top, like I did with the other side, just to help with the finish. So set them aside again and wait until they are 100% dry. So you might want to leave them overnight or something like that. Okay, so I've left these overnight. They're completely dry now, and I'm going to remove all the excess paper. And a little bit unconventionally, I'm going to use this file. I think this gives neater edges all around than trying to use a knife. But you could just use a scalpel or similar. So to do this, I just do drags down like this, always down. All the way around. About 45-degree angle. And there we have the whole thing cut out. And that is now a nice, large, robust token that you can put next to a model. You definitely know you have a clue there. So now we have a nice, large, chunky, robust token, very neatly made. So I'll cut out the rest of these. And that's all for this video, guys. So if you like what I did here and you want to see more of that, please subscribe for more. And thanks for watching. Bye.